Well, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox Chair, who's the one and only Bridgeman, and the one and only Old Bear. And Lord Billy's joined us as well. Evening, chaps.
Evening, guys.
Evening, troops. How are you all doing?
Can I just say a huge good evening to you guys? Massive good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans that are listening in all over the world. Good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
How are you, Bridge?
Oh, wonderful, pal. Wonderful. My wee missus is doing well.
Good.
Really happy with that. So I'm over the moon.
Good. How are you, Old Bear?
Smashing, mate. Absolutely smashing. Can't wait to get started.
All right, okay. Okay, Billy, your good self?
Aye, I'm all right, mate. Good. I'm good.
I thought you wanted to give a big shout out for one of your muckers, mate.
Aye, a big pal of mine's keeping very well now, Big Andy. So if you're listening in, big man. For myself and all the boys at Rangers Radio, mate, you take care, pal.
Well said, mate, well said. Right, okay, so the big news in the Rangers world, obviously, is Alfredo Morelos, and also with the Legends game on Saturday. Some people attended, great crowd, considering all the money for good causes, all better.
Aye, it's fantastic, man. A lot more than I thought we'd go there, because I didn't even know anybody that was going, but to get 38,000.
Oh, mate, it was Norwegians, families, yeah.
Ah, it was smashing to see. Really good to see.
Obviously the weather as well, eh?
Aye. That would make a big difference, in it. It really does, with a wee bit of sun. Makes you want to come out the house, doesn't
it? Richmond, back in the day, there was a lot of sort of charity games, weren't there? Maybe even pre-war, mate. There is a place for them, eh?
Well, like the Saturday's game, I've managed to watch it on Rangers TV yesterday, and I'll tell you what, it was fantastic. I loved it. I loved watching it. These are the type of people that come in to play football. Some of those guys were just outstanding. That Kaka, the touches that boy, oh my goodness. You could go on and on and on. They were just brilliant. It was brilliant to watch, and some of your boys were tremendous as well. I thought Alan Hutton did really, really well, but obviously they ran out. And of course, the show, the player of the show was old Gaza coming on and falling. You know, it's just hilarious, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a great entertainment for everybody. Great entertainment.
Yes, aye, and obviously we will give you a full report on my social evening, my fundraiser, my charity event. We've just got to finalise all the totals and sort everything out. But I think a good night was had by all Bear.
Certainly good for me and who I brought. They all loved it. They absolutely loved it. I loved it myself. I had a really good night. I loved meeting you all as well. That was great.
And Bridgeman, you done the meet and greet, mate, at the start?
Yes, I did a bit of it. It was tremendous. Old Bear there, but bumped into him and introduced me to his good wife and I know relatives you had with you, Old Bear.
Aye, my sister and brother-in-law were there, I know.
Brilliant. It was great to meet all these people. And of course, I went round the tables and bumped into people I'd never seen before, and they knew all about Rangers Radio. So I thought it was wonderful.
Yes.
Really a good start for the 90s.
I don't know what I'll maybe write up a thanks rather than try and get everybody in case I miss anybody out, and I wouldn't want to insult anybody, but thanks to everybody who took part. We're over £6,000 and rising. We'll sort that out and we'll let everybody know the final total and we'll get the money to the causes ASAP. But thanks to everybody who's took part, and that's not a small figure for a bunch of amateurs all better.
It's fantastic, mate. It's a fantastic effort. It really is. I know the money will get put to the good causes, as you say. So always good in it. Always good in the garden.
Here. But thanks to everybody, all the boys who pitched in. We know we had some technical stuff that we couldn't overcome at short notice, but we made the best out of a bad lot, and everybody was there, had a great time. And if I'm being honest, it just turned into a big party, didn't it?
Oh, aye. Oh, my missus loved it. She was up dancing and everything. I say to myself, I'm not buying her new shoes if she wears the ones out. You know what I mean? She's only had them for 4 years.
Well, can I just say, Oxshare, that I think everybody would say, well done to yourself for getting all that arranged, and your buddies who took part in it. Just fantastic. Just fantastic.
Team effort.
Yeah, absolutely. No, really. Well done to you and all the guys that were there. Yeah, superb.
You know.
Oh, Port Bear, he just reminded me I need to cruise up my fence. He chances.
Superb.
What would you say his complexion was? Would you think Hawaiian sunset? Do you think, Bear?
Hawaiian sunset. I think that's a fair description.
Get on here, Port Bear.
It certainly wasn't Glasgow Grey, I'll tell you that.
I thought he'd went too far, you know. Young GB was blue and he was orange, so there would have been orange and blue between them.
Oh my God.
He'll tell me. He'll come. Great to see all the boys. Thanks to everybody who took part, helped us out. Took a lot of people to mention, you know. But it was good. And one thing did disappoint me, if I'm being honest, Albert.
What was that?
Andy for Leeds. He was a really nice guy.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
He was a nice guy. Andy's all right.
You weren't expecting that.
Short time I've met Andy. I've got a lot of time for Andy now. A nice guy. Really nice guy. He was like Alec as well. Nice people. Really enjoyed meeting them. As I did everybody, but Andy, he's my type of guy, Andy. he's just right down to earth.
Yeah. It was a pleasure to meet him. A pleasure to meet everybody, but don't want to go into everybody's names. We'll get a list drawn up, and we'll. But thanks to everybody who helped us out. Thanks to the people involved in the night. Thanks to everybody who sponsored and gave money so generously. We can't thank you enough. And we'll get a full report, and we'll do that ASAP. I just want to one story past you all there. Bridgeman, you've not heard this.
Go on then.
So me and my mucker are leaving the wee Rangers club, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to the West End in Annie's Land Cross.
Uh-oh.
So the guy says to us, I'll make sure you get home. We've got a bit of stuff to carry, plus we've had one or two. So I say, no bother. So he gets on the minibus along with Padge and his good lady and a couple other people. And the guy says, I need to drop these guys off, then I'll drop you off. So we didn't think there was an issue. Next thing we see, we're heading out past 2 days. Where you going? He says, I'm going to drop him off at Court Bridge before.
I love it.
So as the crow flies, for maybe a mile and a half away, we ended up in Court Bridge and we never get back in it. But with the coat's gone forward, it must have been about 4:30.
Oh my God.
There we go. But it was still a good night, and thanks to everybody who took part. Right, okay. Bridgeman, we've not done it formally, but because you watched the game yesterday, quickly just use a summing up, and we'll maybe get a wee view for the bridge for me on the Legends game, yeah?
In the wee Legends game, it's about a couple of minutes. I'll tell you what, I thought that we played not too bad in the first 10-15 minutes, and then that team Legends started taking over, and my goodness gracious, they were absolutely superb, really, really good, and we didn't have an answer to them other than the odd probe, shall we say, and mostly by Hutton. I thought Hutton did a great game. I thought that Ronald de Boer, when he got the ball, he was tremendous on the ball, really good on the ball. But obviously, these guys don't have the legs anymore, and all they could do was pass the ball when they got it. They had a few shots in their goalkeeper, Jans Lemon. I think he had a couple of these saves. And, of course, our goalkeeper was Vaterus. He must have had about 7 or 8 good saves in the first half. So there's lots of shots coming towards our goal and not so many going towards their goal. But really good football and played at times. And yet some of these guys, you see straight away that they can play football. And the Rangers goal was by... What's the boy's name? I get forget him. It's just popped right in my head there. You know who I'm just mentioned there, Albert. Yeah. What a fantastic header. What a fantastic header. Great ball from the Boer. Marvellous header. Great goal. Wonderful goal. But I have to say, some of the other goals just surpassed that. They were just, second half, they were just marvellous to watch, the Legends. Imagine getting some of their players, getting a chance at some of their players. You know, I would have thought, God almighty, can we take any of those players and see if we can get a season out of them, you know? Oh, they're really good. Really, really good. There was one guy who played on the, excuse me, it looked as if he was playing on their left wing. And I think he still plays. My God, he was like lightning. Fast as hell, you know. Really, really good. Now, it was a really good day, and but the crowds all loved it. I'm only watching on TV, of course. And by the sound of that, it was great. And when Gaza come on, they brought the house down. They really did. They went. The crowd loved him. And he fell. And he got a chance at a goal, missed the ball together virtually. And the big centre-half just passed the ball back to him. And he miskicked the ball, and it trundled into the post. And the goalkeeper, it wasn't Lemmy, but that time it was someone else. He dived over the ball, and the ball went in. So he was dancing about, giving it big licks, you know. But great fun, marvellous. Very, very pleased for Rangers. What a tremendous game for our anniversary. So well done, Rangers. Well done. The rest of the world, legends. Fantastic stuff. Well served up. Cheers.
Well said, Bridge. How much would all eight players been worth in their peak, Billy? Yeah?
Wow.
You need to get the civil calculator out for that one, Ox.
Civil calculator, I love it.
What do you think? Fantastic.
Kaka must be worth 50 million now, and he's not playing. What an absolute pleasure that is to watch these guys. I think Bridge, the guy you were talking about, was it Abidal that played with Barcelona? Abidal, he had a bad health problem as well there, but he overcame it. Good on him. But no, that's what a football player that is, I know. And then we Hadji's old man, old Georgie Hadji. As I said to my mates, I says, if his boy's half as good as his father, he'll do for me, like, you know. And watching Hadji, I mean, see these guys, they're just class. Maybe the legs maybe go a wee bit when they're older and that. Some of them keep their cell in shape. Some of them just, but they never lost the class that they carried as a player, didn't they? No. I tell laugh at our goal as well. When what a brilliant header with Avaladze. But I was laughing at Big Boyd at the back of him. I don't know if he fell over the top of his belly or not. But he was throwing his self at the time and all. It was fantastic. And see all a big crowd there, and people with their families and all that, and wee kids seeing proper football players strutting their stuff on at our stadium. Different class, fantastic for a fantastic charity. It was just superb. And then, I mean, what can we say about Gaza? You know what I mean? Paul Gascoigne's what a footballer! One of the best, if not the best, central midfield player England's ever produced. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he looks a wee bit frail in that, like, you know, and we all know the boy's had his problems in that, but he's tried so hard to overcome his demons over the years and that. So fair play to Gaza and all, and it was brilliant to see Gaza. And he had a wee carry on with the wheel. I think it was his agents, Gaza's agents, wee laddie, had a carry on with a wee laddie in the touchline. They were tripping one another up and that. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant.
Here, Billy. Here. Albert, I know that people have different views, but see, when I seen all the Waynes going to that game, I thought to myself, with tickets and season tickets, it's not like the old days, and you're looking for opportunities to take maybe kids and start them on the Rangers journey. And these kind of things, when the weather's maybe not as bad, and a bit of sunshine, as you rightly said, and you can get tickets because there's no quite the demand as normal. It's maybe that's how you get the next generation of supporters, eh?
It is, mate. It's a great way you get the next generation of supporters. It really is, because it worked out perfect for them as well. The weather and everything, it really did work out well for them. And it was a good game, and some real legends on that part, man. It was unbelievable. But I don't know if you could do it next year or the following year for no June. I know it's not 150 next year, but you know what I'm saying. Let's try to say next year we can do 10 in a row. Nonsense, you know what I mean? But anyway, I don't know if they can do it on an annual basis. You know what I mean? Bringing a friendly in like that to get the kids in. I mean, I don't know many kids were in there, but it seemed to be about 30,000, about 8,000 dads and moms there.
It's a different kind of noise you get, isn't it?
Aye. Make the same noise as me when I burst a tenner. It's not right. It's screaming on it.
I'll shoot that myth away. That ain't true, and I can vouch for that. I can vouch. That ain't true.
How good a football player is Lewis Figo as well, Albert? What a football player that is, I know. I says, how good a football player Lewis Figo is, eh?
Oh, absolutely wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It's a technique, and it's just no matter what age, if you've got the technique, the technique never leaves. You know what I mean? It's the legs that leave. You know what I mean? As the old saying goes, it's your head's. I think I heard it in Jersey today. Your head's writing cash, signing checks that your body can't cash. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a good way of putting it, in it. But the technique never leaves. You see the technique going no more. That caca, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You go that's why they get paid all the money, isn't it? Let's be honest here.
I did think that George, big George, what's his name, the Hammer. I thought he was tremendous on the ball. You can't expect people to really run, and it was a very warm day. So, but I thought the Hammer on the ball, the crowd were just waiting on him having a crack, you know. And he did have one, maybe more than one. But
it makes like he couldn't lift his leg like that anymore.
That's correct. But there was a couple of players in the Rangers, old Rangers veterans, that could still do it, you know. I take my hat off to every single one of them. Seriously, I loved watching Alan Hutton. I thought he's typical. Never say die, and I'm in there. But obviously, 20 yards too far away from him. It was too far away, you know. But it's really good. Well done, Rangers. I must say it. Well done.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
If anybody wants to phone up and give their thoughts, on the Legends game, it'll be great to hear from them all better.
Aye, let's hear what you've got to say. Whoever was at it, I mean, I wasn't at it, they must have been impressed. They must have been.
Mm-hmm. Was it 38,070 or something like that? 38,000? That's amazing.
To say I made a fleeting appearance would be.
Yeah, get away with you.
Would be. I was actually surprised I never get a call up, but that's another story. Right, if it's all right with you gentlemen, we'll get these phone lines opened up.
Go for it.
Yep.
Let's see.
Absolutely.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay. Right. Where are we? Aye, great. What were you going to come in with, Billy?
Can't even mind now.
There's no chance tonight. I'll do with dementia. I'm with dementia one the other time.
I was just... no, it's come back to me, mate. It's come back to me. No, I was just thinking there. It was actually brilliant to see the officials actually having a bit of fun too. Because when Gaza scored his goal, the referee, I don't know if you see, the referee was actually stunning laughing and getting caught up in the moment as well. It was fantastic to see. And we know we didn't need to get down the road of the officials because we know what they're all about, like, you know, and how poor they are. But that was a pleasure to see the officials even joining in the fun as well. It was absolutely brilliant. So it was. I loved it.
Aye, fair play. Great point about Luis Figo. I mean, in his day, when his generation, he'd have been one of the top players in the world, Alberta.
Oh, was that a shadow of doubt, mate? On his game, unplayable. Definitely unplayable. He had quiet games as most players do, but good grief. What a football player. Fantastic. That way, I see that wee sort of hitch kick he used to do to get by people. It was absolutely wonderful to see. But, he went by Barcelona and Real Madrid. I mean, come on. It doesn't get much bigger than that, does it?
No, not at all, mate. Not at all. Takes a lot of bottle as well, Bridgeman, when you done that, remember? Oh, he's forgot he's on the show.
No. can't get the mute button quick me anymore. Yeah, you made me forget what I was going to say as well. For God's sake, start again. What was?
when he went to Barcelona to Real Madrid, took a bit of bottle as well.
Oh yes, that by the way is one of the biggest moves. That was a Mo Johnson. That was that type of move. A Mo Johnson, unbelievable. Although for going across the pitch, across the aisle, but it was just a Mo Johnson moment. Seriously, but wonderful stuff. Great player. No doubt about that. No doubt. There's some. I was watching him and thinking to myself, my God, I remember him. Just that Luis Figo, unbelievable. What a player. Certainly brilliant. Certainly brilliant.
What's your preference, Bridge? Real Madrid or Barcelona?
Well, I have to say, because of the history, I'm a Real Madrid fan. Have been since I was 10, 11, since the European Cup type thing started. When I remember, so I remember it was at the Bayern. It wasn't Bayern. It was who was the team that went to play at Hampden, 1960 European Cup final.
Eintracht.
Couldn't get that word out there. Yeah, both these teams were brilliant, and Eintracht Frankfurt leathered us a couple of times after that. So really and truly, just Real Madrid were fabulous. But I say, how can I say this? When Messi was on top form of Barcelona, and Barcelona had the big fella centre half and Mascherano. I thought they were just unstoppable. I thought Barcelona were one of the best teams that's ever played football together, Just wonderful to watch. And that wee boy Messi, he could play football no matter what you done to him. He got up and he did it again to you, just great to watch. So
the decision to support Real Madrid was easier for me. Once I found out they were the fraudy team of Spain, that was it. I was a fan of theirs.
The Royalists.
I don't think it really works like that if you do your studying quite well. But I'll accept your rationale.
But I think Barcelona were a very impressive club, a huge club. I've been to their stadium a million times, and I feel as if it is. I've been to Real Madrid's stadium. If you ever get the pleasure, well, I don't know what it's like now because it's a new one, but the pleasure you got when you walk in the stadium and they got these big murals on the wall, and one of the biggest ones of the lot was against Rangers. There you go. Rangers, fabulous. Just wonderful stadiums, great to watch. My wife wasn't impressed. I was impressed.
Here. I've never been to the Bernabeu, but I've been to the new camp, and family, my boy was only little, and they had his Rangers cap on, and the tour guide made a real fuss of him, in the new camp. Yeah.
That's super duper. That's great, by the way. That's just great.
It was interesting, and he's been to the two now. He's done the two, and he did say that he thought the Bernabeu was very impressive, Bridgeman.
Oh my goodness, what a stadium! Mm-hmm. Obviously, they've got a new one now. It's a brand new stadium.
I was going to say
it's finished yet. I don't think it's finished yet. They reckon it's going to be like something out of space, if you follow me. But then we must be due doing something if we can win the European Championship, the Champions League next season. Build a new stadium. Oh, we'll take first steps.
All right, okay. Some great players. So we then had the news we woke up to on Sunday. I think I woke up on Sunday. Sunday's a bit of a blur. Right, okay. Alfredo, with his injury, I tell you what, I wasn't surprised. Come on, let's be honest, Albert. Away in Belgrade, the first game against MD, it was obvious Alfie had either some hammy or a Charlie horse or a dead leg or something, yeah?
Absolutely, mate. I mean, it was no surprise to me either. I was actually surprised that the Rangers actually let him travel. together there to say, you're injured. I mean, what's that about? I don't get what that's about. But anyway, we all knew for the European game that he was carrying an injury. In the Dundee game, he had the strapping on. We all knew it. We didn't know what it was, but we knew he had an injury. See, the Dundee game, he couldn't sprint at all. He just couldn't sprint. I'm saying, this is madness. Would they run this boy into the ground for like this? This is not right. I mean, what's this so-called magical medical team that they can pick up all these things and they don't let you play by your red zone or you're getting close? There's a guy running about with an injury, an obvious injury that we all can see, and he's still playing. You're going, why? Why is he still playing? There you are. Now he's come back injured and he might be out, he might not be out, I don't know. But if he's out, how long is he going to be out for? And if we'd have stopped him playing when the injury was just at the beginning, could we have had him playing for the game on Sunday or for the rest of the season? Who knows? But the medical staff are supposed to be these up-to-date type people who know all these things. I'm surprised the boy was playing when he was playing.
Is that a surprise to you, Billy? Because it certainly wasn't a surprise to me.
Well, listen, I'm with Albert 100% on that one. I don't know about yourself, but like it's for him. I mean, the Rangers. I'm actually gobsmacked, to be honest with you, Fox. I'm actually gobsmacked that he's had to travel away across there again. I'm sure I said it a couple of weeks ago on the show. I was wondering about this. He would need to travel away there for his international duty if he's carrying an oak or carrying an injury. And listen, I mean, what's the point? You know what I mean? Surely our medical team should have said, well, wait a minute here, Alfredo. There your scan's showing up this. They get in contact with the international, the Colombian International Federation and say, well, listen, your striker, there his scans there, send emails there, blah, 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 he's injured, he'll not be able to travel. And that's the end of the matter. You never know, maybe even going away on travels, even that'll not be helping it because he's not going to be getting any treatment on it. You know what I mean? So, hopefully he's fit for Sunday because if he's not, he's going to be a big miss.
Aye, if he's injured and he can't play on Sunday, he can't play on Sunday. I don't think that's what we're going to want to discuss just now. I think the point is, Albert, the fact that it was, we all thought he was injured, didn't we?
We all knew he was injured, mate. I mean, anybody with eyes knew he was injured. He wasn't playing right at all. He didn't have a particular good game against Red Star, away especially. And I don't even think he had a particularly good game at Ibrox either. And he certainly didn't play well against Dundee, the second game especially. So there's 3 games that you say he never played well. I'd even say the Dundee, the first game, the cup, he didn't play particularly. So he's been carrying that injury, and it's obvious he's been carrying injury, and they keep on playing him. And you're saying, I know it's an important part of the season, but when you're injured, you're injured. There's nothing you can do about it. You've just got to accept it and go on with it, and bring the rest of the strikers back into the fore and say, right, you don't need to take up the slack here. The wee man's injured. Of course we don't want him injured. We want him fit and playing in every game that he can play, but you can't play an injured player like that. I don't think that's fair on him.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they try to play through it and it's backfired, or maybe not backfired. Maybe he's got more rest. I don't know, but we'll see on Sunday, Bridger.
Yeah, I don't know if he was injured in those games. He certainly didn't look right. And you guys are right, 100% right. He didn't look right, and to a lot of folk, it looked as if he was carrying a wee injury. Sometimes a bit more difficult to pick it up. But if he's been carrying the injury for 4 weeks, then there's a major decision being made by the management and the staff to allow him to play and run. If indeed it's a running off thing, then fine, he'll do it. And he's got 2 weeks to get the thing sorted out. He gets to Colombia and they tell him he's got this left leg, left thighs knackered. You better get this sorted. And I think he's landed back in Glasgow. Is he back in Glasgow yet?
I think so, mate. I think so.
Yeah. So if
unless
he's back in Glasgow,
unless it's one of the ones
this week to get it sorted, get it. And they've got to play him. He's got to play against Celtic, no matter what they say. He's got to play.
Be fit, Bridge.
Yes, of course.
I think he's still in Colombia. I think his mammy's put him to his bed, man. The medical staff at Ibrox are going to do.
I think that's the only reason he went, was to go over there and see his parents, or his family. I think that's the only reason he went. Anyway, never mind. But I think it's imperative for the club and the team that he's fit, right? Imperative. We must
I don't see it. I don't see it, Bridge. I don't see him being playing on Sunday. I think it's that bad. I don't see him playing on Sunday at all.
Please. I was looking for somebody with a bit of oomph about him, you know. However, maybe dig somebody up. Maybe Rick will come on and start. Big Eaton or something.
Look for heroes, mate. Them for heroes. But listen, I wouldn't write Alfie off too soon, but we'll wait and see, Billy, yeah? We'll wait and see.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens with the thing. Listen, even if he's getting treatment, if he's back here in Scotland and Udi, and he's getting treatment in Udi, I'm sure the medical team will be working on him hard to if it is an injury, which we all know it is, because we've seen it, how he's been performing. Because it was like half a year slow, and when he was wanting to hear a pop-it goal, it wasn't his dynamic self. You know what I mean? He wasn't putting his laces right through the ball and all that. It was like a half-hearted. He was snatching at things, and when you start to snatch at things like that, I mean, obviously it's a confidence thing with strikers as well. But when you're snatching at things and not doing things the way you want to do them, especially as a striker, it's in the back. That injury's in the back of your head, and you're no wanting to go full pelt. You know what I mean? We've all done it. We've all played football, and you've all carried injuries, and you've said, "All right, I'm fit," when you weren't fit. You know what I mean? And you get there. I mean, especially with a hamstring. I played in a final with a hamstring, and I say to the boys, "Is he all right?" And I am all right. You know what I mean? I wasn't all right. You know what I mean? But I didn't want to miss the final, like, you know. But that's the way it is. So hopefully the medical team can get right on it, because we need them on Sunday. And there's, as you rightly say, Docs, if he's no fit, then he's no fit. You know what I mean? We'll just need to go with what we've got. It's as simple as that.
You know, but well, we wish him all the best. Hopefully he gets fit and gets back for all these big games that's coming all bad. But before we go any further and get your thoughts on that further, let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Alfredo Morelos is a big part of our team, all better. But if he's not playing, if he's not fit, I'd ask questions of what's happened. And we'll need to deal with it. We need to deal with it on Sunday. Because he could obviously be fit and fall down his stairs and twist his ankle and still miss the game. No.
That's I mean, as I said, he's not fit. He's not fit. I mean, I don't want him not to be fit. I want him to be fit. But at the end of the day, do you play him 50% fit, 60% fit? Because he's not been 100% fit and we've been playing him. And I think that's neglect on our part. I really do, by the way. And if he's not playing, and in the other games as well, if he's not playing and you've got to keep him out the team, and you say Roof and Sakala, Nitton and all them, can he play the role he plays? Well, you've got to change the system then to suit the players you're bringing in. It's as simple as that, guys. You just can't run somebody right into the ground because it suits your system. You can't do it. You've got to be fair to Morelos himself. I mean, the boy's got a career to take care of, and you don't want any permanent damage done.
Aye. Listen, hopefully it's just a wee muscle injury. And, you know, obviously Sunday's a big game, and we can see where it takes us, but we've got a lot of big games coming up, you know.
Absolutely.
Aye, a lot of big games coming up. I'm disappointed, but when I heard that, I don't know if I was angry, disappointed, or I wasn't surprised, put it that way.
Well, I'm angry. I was angry when I heard that they found it and notified the club that he was got an injury, and I think that's wrong. But we've said it, right? Some of us thought it. I only thought it. You guys were quite convinced that he was carrying an injury. I only thought he was carrying an injury. I didn't think too much of it. But if you think back, based on what you guys are saying, you think back, you've seen some of the poorer parts of the play. But my goodness gracious, to go away there and the international team send you back home because you're injured. Wow. That's amazing.
I don't think they found it, Bridge. I don't think the Colombians found it. I think they were just confirming it. Because I think Rangers knew that he was injured. and they've probably let them know, but they've said with this new or this rule that's come in that you must turn up for the squad, and it's the international squad doctor that says, no, you're no fit. I mean, Jack had to go and all that, if you remember, when we said he was injured. And if you don't turn up, that's you automatically banned for the next league games or whatever, how many games that you play, which I don't agree in, by the way. I completely don't agree with all this carry on. And I don't see why international football's get priority over every other football, every other game. I don't get it at all. I'm paying my season ticket money to help pay Alfie's wages and the rest of the players' wages as we're all doing. But we're not allowed to have the first choice on the players that we are paying for. But these international and the FAs, they're most priority. They must get priority. I don't see this as right. I really don't see this as... International football is extra. It's not the main event as far as I'm concerned. So any player that wants to play it, plays it. Any player that wants to pull out should be able to pull out. We need penalties attached to it. But the way it is now, if you don't turn up and you don't play for your club. That's wrong. That's completely wrong, mate.
I don't disagree with you. The thing that really annoys me, you could call it really annoyed, but is that us fans, although we thought it, most of you guys thought it, whatever level you thought it at, he is going to Colombia to go to his international team, and they have told Rangers he's unfit, he's got a serious injury in his thigh or whatever, and send him home. And that's when the fans have found out officially that there's something wrong with Alfredo Morelos. And they've got a huge game coming up and a huge European ties coming up. And all of a sudden we find that, our main man is injured, potentially injured and not available. So that's why I was saying the importance on them get back, wherever he is, get him back to Glasgow, get him into the training centre and get him looked at and get him sorted. Because we could do with somebody. He is our main man and he needs to be there. That's the way I look at it. Disappointed and angry.
Me too, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, we've been joined by Blue Star. Evening, Blue Star.
Evening, Ox. Evening, Ridge. Evening, the rest of these guys. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on your charity night. I'm sorry I couldn't make it because of my mother. I knew you would have a great night. It was great to hear you raise so much money for the various charities, guys. So here, that was good of you.
Thank you
well done, Ox. I dare say you were a main instigator, and that's good on your head, mate. That's
team effort, mate. I was just a cog.
I know, but it's good to hear you and Fox and that, and it was a great night you had by all, so really glad to see you. On the Legends game, Ox, I watched it in Rangers TV. I've got to say that the two that stood out for me in ex-Rangers was Big Alberts, but the guy that stole the show in the midfield without a shadow of a doubt in a blue shirt was Barry Ferguson. And I know he's still a bit younger than the rest of them, but oh my, take it from me, the guy could still be playing. And I have to say, I was more than surprised that Gio looked much slimmer than he was then when he played. But I'll tell you, sees some of his touches for Gio, and he played a good wee bit of the game. Gio was very good as well. As Bridgeman says, so was Hutton. He just ran out of legs. But the thing, the overwhelming thing, it was funny. Well, it was funny in one way. See, up front, we had absolutely nobody. Novo was, he was down in his feet. Certainly think we made a right few runs, but every time we made a run, boy, the boy just wouldn't fall for him. It wouldn't fall for him. The guy that shone for me was Figo, Kaka, and the guy out there, I'm sure was at the right, Quaresma. Mm-hmm. Oh, he was like street lightning. But going on to the injury, Ox.
Yes,
I'm like the rest of you, mate. We were all on this, so you could see easily in the last 3 games there that Alfredo was playing. He definitely was carrying something. And to think he was away, I mean, we're not talking about going to Europe. He's away to the other side of the world. For Colombia then to turn around and say, the guy is no fit, he's carrying an injury, to send him away back, surely to goodness our medical staff, I'm not saying they never picked it up, but you're saying to yourself, there's something just not right there, especially when that other mob, they can pull 3 players out like that to say they weren't fit and they never travelled i.e. Rogic, another one. But the other player we've got problems with, I don't know if he's heard or no, seemingly Sakala, that they reckon he's out as well.
Oh, he's had COVID.
Oh, sorry, that's right. He's COVID. He's in isolation, so hopefully he'll be all right. But the Morelos one, it's awfully strange. I mean, he travelled 15,000 miles when he obviously was, as Bridgeman says, there's absolutely no doubt about it. He certainly was training an injury. So it seems rather strange, you know.
Here. Disappointing is the word I would use. Disappointing. But going back to your point about the Legends game, I mean, Kaká, Figo, you know, world-class players, mate, at the peak of their powers.
Oh, unbelievable. And I'll tell you, Kaká, to be fair to him, he ran about the whole game with a right good smile on his face. But we Figo, he'd a go at Big Marvin Andrews quite a few times. You could see he was desperate to score, but so was Kaká. Gosh, some of the shots, I think he hit the bar 3 times. But no, what was brilliant, you mentioned there about the kids. See the likes of Kaká. Kaká was actually running off the park every now and again whilst he was playing, just to sign some of the kids' autographs on the sidelines, which was absolutely magical to see. And Gio, Gio must have spent a right long time at the side getting photos taken, as did Alberts, as did they all. The things they'd done with the kids was just, it was tremendous, it really was.
Yeah. Anyway, we've been joined by the gentleman that is Andrew from the Leeds. How are we doing, Andy?
Good evening, guys. Absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Absolute pleasure meeting everyone. I won't mention everybody's names. Everybody knows what I think about him that I spoke to on the night. I absolutely felt young again there, being up there in Ibrox and all the people that I know and like. And, you know, aye. Actually, I had a bit of vigour in me there. So that means you coming back to Sunday. That was terrible. We ended up smashing a bottle of vodka with Agnes and till 6 a.m. Like, oh man, that was hard coming back. But I wouldn't swap that for anybody.
I wish you'd give them a shout. I was on my way back from Coat Bridge for a bit.
Andy, he'd have been better smashing the bottle of vodka and Gina Lenny to Ox if he was going to Coat Bridge.
Oh, I know. Aye. But what an absolutely fantastic job you did there. And as I said, absolute pleasure. Old Bear, absolutely loved him, as he said there earlier on. I can't speak highly of that guy. And Padge and his missus, that bloody bugger Padge, and his missus got
he was on the mystery tour with me, him and his wife.
Aye, he said that in the WhatsApp. But yeah, great, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, the Morelos one, I find that very unprofessional by Rangers and the backroom staff there that are looking after him to even, allow him to be flown out there. When we're all saying the same as what you said there, that he's obviously...
Did you think he looked as if he had a muscle injury? Because that's your bid, mate.
Yeah. Well, I can't understand the fact that they played him in a couple of games after we picked up on it a couple of weeks ago. That's only going to make it worse, surely. But I don't know. So weird one, that. But there again, I'll say this. If he doesn't play, I think in the 2 cameos that Ruth played, he looks very sharp. Sometimes things happen for a reason. He might just come on and do the business for us against them on Sunday. You look at it that way.
Time for heroes, mate. It's time for heroes.
Yeah. Must-win game. Go win it.
Yeah. Aye, time for heroes, Billy, yeah?
Aye, mate. That's what it's all about, buddy. That's when it happens, isn't it? As I said, if Alfie's out, he's out. There's nothing we can do about it. It's happened before, and it'll happen again in the future. You'll get a player who'll just be grasp the moment and go in and turn the football into what he's wanted to be, and you never know it. He could turn out to be another Rangers legend, and who knows, maybe 10 years from now, 20 years from now, the kids that's been sitting watching the the Rangers there will remember him playing and scoring a winner in a big game like this on Sunday. And then they'll maybe back with their families sitting watching the Rangers playing in a Legends game in 20 or 30 years from now. So aye, it's time for somebody to step up with the wee man's out, because we all know he occupies a full back line. It doesn't matter if they're playing 3 at the back, 4 at the back, or whatever they're playing at the back. He's the only player I know that can occupy a full defence on his own, because he's all over the place. He goes left, he goes right. You know what I mean? But we need. You never know. But maybe Big Roof, as Andy said there, Big Roof maybe be the blessing in disguise, because this is maybe his opportunity he's been waiting on. Because he's a natural goal scorer, isn't he? He's very a penalty box player, I think. In my opinion, like, you know, he seems to sniff out wee chances better, and he's always on his toes in the box. But there's other players that's got to be.
I would agree with that, Billy. I think he's a more natural finisher than Alfie. But where he's a better football player, I'll take this round the panel. Where he's a better player than Alfie, 2 different things, eh? Billy and Albert. Aye,
definitely, mate. All day long, yeah. Alfie's a better player out of the two of them.
I'd agree with that. Alfie's a better leader of the line, definitely, no doubt about that. He leads the line brilliant, Alfie. There's no a player in Scotland, at least Scotland, probably Britain, but no, definitely Scotland.
Here's a one for you then, Albert, quickly, right? If the two of them were fit all season and played the number 9 role simultaneously, who would score the most goals?
Oh, definitely Roof.
I know, that's funny, isn't it? Usually you judge a centre by the goals he scores there.
That's it, mate. That's why I'm saying they might have to change the system. Don't get me wrong, if Roof plays on Sunday, we Alfie's no fit and Roof plays. Roof's more than capable of putting them to the sword, more than capable. He's proved that in the past.
Aye, okay. I think we've been joined by John. Evening, John.
Good evening, how we doing, guys? You alright?
Alright, good to hear from you,
John.
Good to hear from you, Bridge man. I'll take a 1-0 on Sunday.
Anytime against them, pal. Anytime against them.
It might be squeaky bum time, but I'll take it.
Oh, I don't think you're alone. It's all about winning football matches now. Bridgeman, in you come, mate.
Sorry, you shouting me there?
You're on a show. I
never heard
really, you're there.
That was his microwave pig in there. He must have been away make a cup of coffee or something.
Something went wrong there, and I missed something.
No, I think I'm just going to take an educated guess, and anybody wants to disagree with me, I think he might have been on mute. What do you think, Albert?
No, there's a fair possibility. If it was a betting man, I would definitely put my money on it.
Stop picking on me.
Right.
I do apologise. I heard my name and that's all I heard.
Right. I can't even remember what the question was now. Right. It was about who would score the most goals or who's better player, Roof or Morelos. Yeah.
Well, I think you're going for Roof there, were you? A couple of years going for Roof.
Nobody's went for Roof yet.
I think Morelos.
All right, okay, I think he's a better player, but Roof would score the most goals, bizarrely as it seems, post-start.
Absolutely, Ox. And you know, I've said to you a million times, that for me, Roof's a mere natural finisher, but I agree with Albert and Billy in that there's no doubt about it. If you started with Roof, our style of play, Gio would need to accommodate more Roof. Our style of play up front would be far more different, because the wee man, he just holds the ball up and brings so many other players in. Roof's maybe a kind of going forward guy, but natural finisher. Roof's definitely, I would say, was a better goal scorer, but Alfie's got more and more attributes, you know.
Yeah. I don't think you're alone in that. Andy?
Yeah, same as you guys. You definitely start Alfie all day, but I come down to goal scoring. But Roof, one of these, like Lou Stars just said there, he's a natural goal scorer, and if the chances fell his way, he'd put the majority of them away, I would think, wouldn't you? That's how I would see it.
I think the Roof as well, guys, I don't know what your thoughts are. I think they get Roof's more direct. You know what I mean? You can, whereas if Alfie's one to, when you're playing Alfredo, wee Alfie boy, when you're getting the ball into half, he's always wanting the ball into his feet, whereas sometimes in games against these teams when they're playing all these low blocks, and in big games like Celtic and that, you can go long with Roof. And Roof he'll win balls when you want to go long, and if you need to go direct and hit your own 40-yard passes up to him, and then it gets the team 20 yards up the park. We hitting the balls onto him, and then it brings other players into the game. Like, you can feed off the scraps round about him.
I don't know if I agree with that, Billy. I don't think the ball does stick with Ruth. I think that's one of the weakest parts of these games, mate. I think he's all better on you go.
Who's it? By me, somebody else was shouting now.
Oh, who said that?
It was John.
All right, on you come, John. On you go, mate.
I kind of disagree with Yorks. I think the key to us winning this...
You disagree with me on here. Have you not read the rules?
Well, you're on the controls and you can cut me off any time you like, Hawks. What can I say?
I've never cut Andy off once. Andy, have I ever cut you off?
I can't remind you. Probably have done.
When you go, John.
All I would say is Andy isn't John, and you could cut me off pretty sharp. I think Kemar Roof is the guy that will win us the league this year. But I think Gio has to play him. The guy is as sharp as a tackle now. We've got Alfredo, who's been flown back home from Colombia with an injury. We all seen it against Red Star Belgrade in the away leg when he come off. He's not been right. He's not been right. He has been carrying an injury. And up at Dundee, I wouldn't have had him on the park. I wouldn't even have had him in the squad, to be honest with you. And I've been in Colombia that he's injured and he's not coming. But I think Alfredo wants to go, and I think he's had a hand in it, and he's maybe forced the club's on. For me, I don't know if Alfredo will play on Sunday. I actually think he is injured. He's been carrying it for a few weeks now.
Definitely think he was injured before he went, mate. Yeah?
Yeah, I totally agree with Yorks. And for me, I've no fears about Sunday, about playing Roof up front, because us playing at Ibrox at home is a totally different kettle of fish for playing at Parkhead. Now, I know Roof played up front at Parkhead and, well, he was anonymous, but who wasn't anonymous? The whole team were an absolute rabbit in the headlights at Parkhead. The first half, the game was finished. It was our way. So see the second half, I'm not caring how well we done, because the game was done.
All right, cheers for that, John. Cheers for that. I mean, obviously we've spoken a lot about that game, but the point I made to Billy, and I'll go to Blue Star with this, I don't think, and I'm disagreeing with Billy here, with different points of view, that I don't think the ball, Roof's a touch player, he knocks and that, he comes alive around about the box, he's a guy that will shoot, yeah, whereas Alfie, the ball does stick, and he brings other people into play. I think they're slightly different types of player. I'll let Billy come back in, but I'll go to you both, Stan, and Billy can come back in.
Absolutely, bang on, that's how I'm saying. If you start with Roof, as you say, give him the ball anywhere near the penalty area. He might play the odd one touch, but more often than not, he would have a dig, and rightly so. We've always been saying that. We prefer more players to be having a dig. But if you start with Roof, if you had Alfie can hang up the ball and he'll let somebody else run on and lay it off. Roof's not that type of player. He's more an instinctive player, and he'll take a shot. Therefore, if you start with Roof, which I think, Ox, unless there's a massive turnaround, I think it's a stick on and out. Alfie won't. He certainly won't start the game. Whether he come on late, I don't know, but he's definitely carrying a muscle injury, because Colombia put it out there. They said it was a muscle injury. Now, we know that can be a couple of days, but more often than not, it's longer. So if he starts with Roof, our style of play to a certain extent would need to alter. For that, I think you're looking at the likes of Kent and whoever else he plays on the right-hand side. That's going to mean a bigger game for them. And indeed, I'll say it again, Jack and whoever else is next to him in midfield, they've got to dominate. Because for me, Ox, no two ways about it. And I know there's loads of ex-players coming out and saying, oh, it's not the end of the world if we get a draw. Ox, see, for me, see if we don't take 3 points on Sunday, honestly, I don't think we've any chance of the league. Seriously, we must win that game and gaze momentum for the rest of our games. Honestly, I do think that.
Okay, Billy, in you come.
I mean, but the way I'm thinking about Big Roof is, I'm talking about an out ball, right? I know. We all know how good Alfie is at holding the balls up and bringing players into the game. But what I'm talking about is more direct. He's a different type of centre forward. What I mean is when you can hit long passes onto him, right, and he'll win them in there. And I'm talking about like a McCoy-Tately partnership type thing. You know what I mean? I'm using that as an example, Ox, right? As a player that can flick balls on and that, and bring other players into the likes of, for talking sake, if he played Kent, if Alfie's no fit and he's playing Kent up there with him, Kent's rapid and that, so he can hit the long balls into Roof, and Kent can feed off the wee scraps round about him. You know what I mean? And find the wee pockets of space in behind and round about where Roof's winning, and it also frees up other players to get the team up the park. That's my thinking. I hint at, mate.
All right,
that's my thinking behind the.
But listen, we'll come back to the debate. We'll start with Andy for Leeds, but we've got a call to bring in. But listen, get yourself on mute because we're going to have a tune.
Just what the Rangers really mean to me. These last few years I've been afraid that we might drift away. So I've been telling our stories with singing songs. Made me think about where we come from. That's the reason why I feel so very proud today. Let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. I wish the days was good, but now I'm coming home. To think of life without the Rangers, you know that it would make me sad. Glasgow Rangers of love I've ever had. We won in the road, and I'm still dreaming of Brian Lampton, Trevor Stephen, Marvin Andrews, Seth, keep believing, Davy Cooper on the wing. We remember Gaza with great affection, the day the helicopter changed direction. Jimmy Baxter, he was pure perfection. Super Ali scores again. Well, let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Ibrox Stadium's cozy, and now I'm coming home. To think of life without the Rangers, you know that it would make me old and sad. Glasgow Rangers is everything I've ever had. To stay in the middle of life without the Rangers, we know that it would make me more sad. Glasgow Rangers is the first I've ever had.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay, thanks for that. Right, okay, bring Albert in and get his thoughts on the Ruth Morelos. And by the way, I don't know if it's a certainty. I think Ruth could maybe play maybe on the right, and you don't know. And Sakala, with his pace through the middle, if he's 100% fit, you know. But Albert.
I'm with Andy, you know. I think Ruth's definitely sharp. He looks really, really sharp. He really did. And I'm sort of agreeing with it. He's going to have a big part to play in this run-in. But we've got to start with the first game, and there's no use getting ahead of ourselves. This game on Sunday's a must-win. How are we going to do it? I think if Ruth plays, he's more than capable of putting him in the sword. If Morelos plays, he's more capable of putting him in the sword. So it's just a case of, if Morelos is fit, he's playing. There's no doubt about that. He's playing. But the argument will still be there, won't it? Forever and ever. Different type players. Morelos does what you say. He holds the play up. He fights people. He drags people towards him. Ruth doesn't do that. That's not his game. He's a passing player as well. If you run after him, he'll give you the ball. But he's never going to fight anybody. He's not going to hold anybody off. That's just not his game. But his movement in the box is superb. It's better than Morelos' movement in the box. He's definitely better at that. So, and he's definitely a better finisher. There's pluses and minuses on both sides. So that's why I'm not really concerned who plays, because both of them can put them to the sword. Now, if the two of them playing together and they hit for them, which they did before in this game, well, quid's in all right away. So I'm not that concerned. I'm not. But if Morelos is no fit, I don't want him to play. I really don't. It's no fair in the guy. He's out there.
All right, on you come, brother.
Can I come in there, Rocks?
On you go, John.
Aye, I totally agree. See if Morelos isn't fit, we need him for the run-in. I don't want to take a chance with the guy. If he's no fit, I'm not caring if Ruth's up front. I know we'll need to change our game, and I know we're a far better side with Morelos in the team than not in the team. But we've got a Europa League final to win. We've got a Scottish Cup final to win. And we've also got 56 to win. And if he has to miss Sunday for all the dreams to come true for us, this could be the season of your dreams, guys. And I would sacrifice him for one game, because I think we're good enough to turn that mob out on our own patch. You got to remember, we've beat us once in over 2 years. And I mean, there's nothing to be scared of. I'll be there on Sunday. I'm booked up to go to Portugal. I'll be in Braga. I've got my semi-final ticket. And trust me, guys, this is going to be the season that makes our dreams come true. 150 year, right? We can do this. We need to believe. Stop the squabbling. Put all the shite to one side.
What's your language, John?
Sorry, I apologise.
See. Carry on.
We can do this, guys.
Thanks for that, mate.
Let's come together.
We've been joined. I'll cut across you, mate, because we've been joined for Peter for 5. How are we doing, Peter?
Right, how you all doing?
All right, mate.
Hi, Peter.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, first of all, just about how great the night sounds that he's all done on Saturday night. Fantastic, great causes. Fair play, he's all fantastic. Great what he's done. But then just moving on to the debate about Ruth and Morelos that he's currently talking about. I think Gio's hands have been kind of tied, because he knew if he left Morelos out his squad, he's been carrying a knock. But with the rules, an injured player has still got to represent, still got to go and Neaty's international. So I think Gio's thinking was, well, if I drop him and he's fit, what's the chances he can go away in Colombia and get injured as well? So I think that's where Gio's hands been kind of tied, because it's catch-22 for him at the end of the day. Injured or not, Morelos would still have to go for international duty, and then it's a stupid rule, let's be honest. But the other thing is as well, the international break could have done as a good thing, with Ramsey getting 90 minutes for Wales and Davis coming off the bench and scoring for Non-Ireland the other night. So there's another two players that could maybe be benefit us in the long run for the rest of the season from the international break.
I believe they're all back for the international break when we see them back training with the club, you know.
Yeah.
Ramsey, by all accounts, always got some feedback on it. He had a good game for Wales, and he said he was holding his leg at the end, but it was just a bit of cramp. I would accept that, albeit because obviously that game was played at quite a high tempo, a World Cup qualifier.
I mean, I watched the game, and he had a good game. There's no doubt about it. He had a brilliant game. He had a good game. And he lasted it, no bother. He lasted the full 90 minutes or 95 minutes. And the reason he was holding his leg, he was conning the referee, because they were trying to. It was the last couple of minutes of the game. The usual try to waste time. So he was no taking the free kick and mincing about, and the referee was getting agitated, so he started holding the back of his leg. I'm saying to myself, you're just trying to con the ref. That's fair enough. They all do it. So I'm not concerned that he's injured, but I don't want to put too much pressure on him now that he's playing and he's starting to play a part. The rest of it, you can't leave it up to him now, and everybody will go, oh, well, that's it. Ramsey's fit, he'll do this and he'll do that. The rest of the team are still going to perform, and they've got to raise their levels. And now's the time to do it as a team. Everybody does, not just certain individuals. Everybody does. So and we Davis I think he get 20 minutes or so, scored a goal, which is great to see, because I thought that guy's career was done. I really did think you'll not see him again, because they're saying it was illness. So you're sitting going, well, if it's COVID, it's one thing, but if it's beyond that 10-day period, it's something more serious than COVID. Anyway, but he played anyway, so I'm happy about that. So, Peter's right, but there's a benefit comes out of the internet. I don't like the international stuff, there's a lot he's doing, but I suppose there's a benefit did come out of it. Sort of, it was a downer with Morelos, but it's an up with Ramsey and Davis, so hey-oh, here we go.
Right, Blue Star, we've got a few more callers coming in, mate. These are last thoughts of the evening, mate.
Well, I would say, Ox, there's no doubt about it. Gio played Morelos there easily the last three games when he was carrying whatever was bothering him. So maybe he felt his hand was forced a bit, insofar as he knows he's a kind of talisman and a lot of our play revolves around him. But I agree with the guys. If there's an issue still come Sunday, then no, I would most definitely leave him out. Play Roof and whoever else, and then you've got Morelos hopefully fit for after that, i.e. you've got him for the Europa, which is also very, very important. But carry on, good show, guys. I'll carry on listening in, and I wish you all well, and here's hoping. Again, it's all onwards and upwards. This is paramount now. Come Sunday, it's got to be a must-win for me, guys. But good night, good show.
Cheers, mate. Speak to you soon, Blue Star.
Speak to you later, Blue Star.
All the best, buddy.
The Colombians said it was a muscle overload, Ox. That's what they were calling it.
I wonder what that means. Is that a strain?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a technical name for just a strain or whatever. I don't know. But that's what they were calling it, a muscle overload.
Right. Does that suggest he needed a rest, Albert?
That does suggest to me he needs to stay out of the gym. That's what it suggests to me.
Right, okay. Well, wait and see. Hopefully he's 100% fit, and we'll get a selection problem for Sunday, Billy. Different types of players, and if he's fit. But if he's not fit, we'll just have to deal with it. We'll be not happy about the circumstances, but we'll just need to deal with it. Oh, we'll be enjoying. I'll cut across you, Billy. I think he's driving, but I'll keep him bringing in. We'll be joined by Ross. Evening, Ross.
Hey, Ross, you right, pal?
We'll let you say a few words quickly, mate, because you're driving and we can hear all the noise, mate, yeah?
Aye, that's fine. We'll make it short, mate. But no, I just wanted to say for Saturday, you've done really well. Brilliant night, by the way, and it was a pleasure meeting yourself, Albert, Port, and Big Stevie. Aye, I had a great night. Superb.
It was a pleasure meeting you and the missus, Ross. Good to see you, and I hope you enjoyed your evening, mate.
Aye, it was brilliant, really good. So thanks for getting us in and that. I really appreciate it.
No problem, mate. You look after yourself, and remember, you've got a challenge to complete this year.
Oh, we've spoke about it. Aye, we've spoke about it.
Right, mate.
All right, let's hope we get a result on Sunday.
You're here, mate. You're here. Speak to you soon, mate.
Take care, boys. Cheers.
Cheers, Ross. What a nice young boy he was, Albert, wasn't he?
Aye, nice guy. Nice guy. I never met a bad guy that night, I must admit. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I was talking to Fox for a bit of the time, you know.
You're a shocker, you.
Doing that. Fox was skipper. Annoyed him for about an hour. Get rid of him. The loan hour at my table going on, we're trying to trumpet a week ago.
Oh, that must have took his back. You three together, your university challenge days, eh?
Oh, aye. Combined total age of 189 or something.
Wow. Aye. Oh, Skipper was in good form. You know.
Aye.
One of the nicest bears you'll ever meet in your life, Skipper. One of the nicest. There's a lot of trouble right now.
He does get in.
Aye.
Oh, can I just come in there, buddy, on the injury, mate? I've just had a wee look here. That was quite interesting. The muscle overload. I never heard of that one in my life before, but I just done a wee bit digging around there.
I was thinking
muscle overload. Sorry, mate.
Carry on, mate.
So the muscle overload is you're carrying too much weight for what your legs can carry type thing, and you can get there's 3 different types seemingly. There's obviously you get it'll bruise, then you'll get a wee tear in it. There's 3 grades: grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and the grade 3 is the worst, and that's a complete tear of your muscle, and it's due to stress and overworked. So let's hope it's no the grade 3 one, but if it is, that's what it is. If that's what they're calling a muscle overload. But all in all, again, mate, as we spoke about there, I think that if Alfie's no playing, then we should. Well, I believe we've got enough to beat that mob all day long. Like, you know, you can play Big Roof as a main striker, and you could play Ramsey just off him, and Kent out on the left, and you've got a choice with either Sakala if he's fit, or I know Giovanni likes Scotty Arfield down the right hand side as well. So. And Scotty Arfield, I mean, I know has formed up a wee bit as well, but he always turns up in the Old Firm games, like, you know. So we'll be all right on Sunday if Alfie's not playing. It's got to be a major loss, because he's an important player, an important player for the Rangers. You know what I mean? But when you think about it as well, mate, we've got bigger fish to fry than Celtic. You know what I mean?
Maybe, mate. Maybe. I know what you're saying, but. Listen, we want to win the championship, Alberta, and then we'll go to Anfield.
That's what's all about, mate. That's important. As I say, you win the first trophy first that you can win, and the first trophy you can win is a league. So that's why you prioritise it. None of this picking and choosing. We'll not play players here because we want to win this other trophy. It's not like that for me. First trophy you can win is a league, so we win the league. Next one's the Scottish Cup. Next one's the UEFA Cup. So take them in, take them as they come. That's the way I see it.
Aye, listen, we're going to play this Sunday, then we're going to play next Thursday in Europe. And we can't do anything about next Thursday till we get Sunday. Yeah?
Could I come in there, Ox?
On you go, John.
The team for Sunday for me would be McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun and Bassey. Middle of the park, it'd be Jack and Lundstrom and Ramsey. Out wide left, I would have Kent, Roof in the middle, and I'd play Joe Aribo wide right. That's the team I'd play.
All right, I get where you're coming from, but my plan will wait to see if we get back fit. One game at a time. There's a few internationals to be played in the next coming days. And fortunately or unfortunately, Bridgeman, we've got a lot of players away in international duty nowadays that we never had a few years ago.
You're absolutely right, Pam. Absolutely right. Can I just say, as far as I'm concerned, the last time we played this mob at Ibrox, best player in our team that day was Balogun.
Absolutely.
I want to know if they're going to do a similar thing, like they sort of man on man, you know.
No, it's because Tav.
I'm just asking.
That's right. He's playing right back.
Well, Kyogo might play this weekend.
I don't care. I'm saying I don't really care. I'm just meaning that are we going to try and attempt to have a man match their best player?
No, he was playing against them because he was playing it right back because Tav was out with COVID.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, pal. I know. I was there. I'm just saying, are we going to try and do the same thing? Because it turned out quite very successful. Would we try to man match again?
You're going to drop Tav?
I'm not going to drop anyone. I'm saying, would we attempt it? Because that wee fella might be centre forward. Are we going to man match him? That's what I mean.
Balogun will go up against them anyway. Talking about gentlemen, we've been joined by Andy for Leeds, Andy for Wishaw, and then we'll bring in Andy for Leeds who's sitting there.
That was a slip of the tongue there with that Andy for Leeds, eh?
Andy, Alec for Wishaw. How are we doing, Alec?
Good evening, Oxford, Bridgeman, Billy.
Saturday night, mate.
So, by the way, well done everyone. Congratulations. It seemed a fantastic night. I was double booked on Saturday night there. I'd already told JFK when I phoned during the week and that, so I'd have liked to have came along. But here's hoping the next one I'll manage to come along. But well done everyone. He's fantastic achievement.
Alex, Oxford was out looking for you. He was looking for you.
Well, there you go.
He was in Coatbridge looking for you.
Was it? Oh well, he's got another wee bit to go. No, it's not that far away, but there you go.
Alec,
yep.
John for Bellsill, I'm still waiting on your calendar, mate.
Oh, John, how you doing, son? All right,
I'm booked up for Portugal, mate. I hope to see you in Braga.
Oh, there you go, man. Brilliant, man. I was going to say, I was at the Legends game on Saturday there, man. It was a fantastic day. And all credit to Rangers. And the fans all turned out as well. Great numbers. Fantastic day. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Aye, the sunshine helped, Alex, as Albert said rightly, but great to see so many kids with Rangers strips on, you know, going to the game.
It was amazing, absolutely amazing, man. The kids all loved it, and just a great family occasion. As you say, the weather made it as well. And these kids seen some of these further players starting their stuff. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable players. Kaka, Figo. You get through about 4 or 5 of them in that. Legends, would you call it, the rest of the world team. Then the Rangers guys, Alan Hutton. But Barry Ferguson was unbelievable, by the way. It was as if he turned up again, spraying the ball about the park. Fantastic, man. And the laugh was, I sit no far from, would you call it, the TV and that, the Sky and BT and that is. So Neil McCann was on the mic, and he must have got a phone call. He got him get ready. And he was one of the players. I don't know if they were short of players or what it was, but he then came off the platform. He was away. The next thing he's on the park at half time. That's the reason he had a strip on with no number. But he put about 4 or 5 crosses, by the way. It was unbelievable. So he hadn't lost it either. But absolutely fantastic. Fantastic day. And as I say, well played at Rangers and that. And the fans all.
We cut across you, Alex. Somebody on the phone. Just put your phone on mute. You're not talking. We can hear whatever you're doing. Carry on, Alex.
Aye, basically, what do you call that's what I'm saying. I'm just about game and that. Fantastic. And then I'm hearing what you call it about the injury to Morelos and that. You've got to remember, there's about 6 days to go here. We need to see how bad this injury is. Everybody knew I thought it was a slight strain he had before he went out there, but time will tell. And what will be. And if he's fit, he's fit. And if he's no fit, he's no fit. Not much you can do about it. But there's plenty of time yet. And there's players away yet and on international duty. We'll just need to hold port to see they're all coming back. And then we'll really get the selection who's playing against that modern Sunday.
Yeah. Aye. You're right, there's a few days away, innit? It's 6 days away, you know what I mean? And obviously you're reading stuff in the media, Alec, and we don't know if it's true. You know,
well, that's the thing. You don't know yourself. We were at the games and that you could see we thought he was maybe carrying a wee injury and he's went out there. But that's the thing about this international thing, and that if they call you up, you've got to go out. And then their medical team will look at you and they then decide if you're injured or not. And it's just a pity he's on the other side of the world to come back. But we'll just need to go on with it. If he's unfit and he's unplayable and if he's injured, that's just how it's to be with him. I hope he's fit, but we've got other, what do you call it, selections in that today. And Sunday will take care of himself and all for him again. I've no doubts that way.
I hope so. Albert.
Yeah, Alex right. Sunday will take care of itself. Know what I mean? So it's just a game. The way everybody's going on about it, it's a big game. So we play plenty of big games. So this will just be another big game, and we'll win it. There's no doubt about that. We'll win it. I've no fear of them at all. Because any class opposition they come up against, they get beat. So that's just the way it is with them. They're crap. And we had a nightmare the last game. Don't get me wrong. If we play like we played at Parkhead in that first half, we'll get another doing. And it's as simple as that. But we're not going to play like that. That's just a one-off as far as I'm concerned. Players have learnt a lot for them. Learnt a lot for themselves as well. So I'm quite confident. I'm not that bothered, to be honest with you. I'm looking beyond it myself, trying not to, but you do look beyond it. But one game at a time. This is the first one, first of many, and let's go on with the good part of the season now, because we're in it all and we're there to win it. So let's go on with this and let's enjoy it. That's the most important thing. Let's enjoy it.
Andy Felix.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think this is the part of the season right now where we stand up and show what we're capable of doing. I would like to think that once we get the international games out of the road, Sue comes back fit. I don't think he needs to be taking any gambles at all. I think every guy that steps on the park there on Sunday needs to be 100% fit and get right amongst them. And hopefully we'll get what we need and then we'll move forward. Because I think if we level it up again by a good performance, I think it'll be interesting to see how they react, and it would just down the Rangers to push the button on them, and I think that's what I'm hoping is going to happen. That's on myself.
Andy, what referee are they bringing on Sunday?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't mind. It'll probably be Clancy, probably. Did he get that last one though? I'm not sure.
I don't think they've been announced yet.
Well, take it out of the referee's hand and just get about them, sort them out. I don't think we'll play anywhere like we played against them. I think we might just go out and sort them out there on Sunday. I've got no vibes. You usually get vibes, don't you? And I don't think we're going to get beat, put it that way. I've got none of them. And usually when I start with A vibes, I usually right 9 times out of 10. So I think we're going to get a result there on Sunday. I really do.
That'll do me, Billy Boy. In you come.
I definitely, mate, all day long. But I'm confident Sunday. Definitely confident. But what we've got in our squad, even with our injuries, we still got enough to turn that mob over. You know how they play. All you just want to do is come at you for 60 minutes, 70 minutes, and then they just burn themselves out. You know what I mean? That's how they make all these substitutions. But I'm super confident in Sunday. I've got the battle fever on the now. Like, you know, we'll be right enough on Sunday. We'll be right enough.
Here.
Get back in there, Rocks.
On you go, John.
I'm as nervous as a cat in a hot tin roof. I still think we can turn them out, but let's not be kidded. It's going to be close. I think we've got enough to turn them out, but I'll take a bridge, man. That's my final thought.
You said that at the start, John. It depends.
I'm saying it again.
It depends if it's the Rangers away to Dortmund that turn up. Yeah, we've nothing to worry about with any team in Scotland. But if it's the Rangers away to Dundee turn up, it becomes a different game, doesn't it?
Hawks. I was at Dundee on Sunday. I was there the week before. And see, as far as I'm concerned, see Old Firm games, you can never call them. It's who wants it the most. It's who wants it the most. The game at Parkhead, they wanted it more than us because they knew that they were going to go top of the league. And the shoes on the other foot now. We know that if we turn them out, right, we maybe no go top of the league because of goal difference unless we put maybe 7 by them. But it's all in our favour. We're at home. We've got the battle fever on. And I'm ready for it. And it's who wants it the most. I don't believe that anybody can call an Old Firm game. We've wanted it most for the last 2 years. And we've done the business. And I just hope that we do the business on Sunday.
All right. Can I just announce we're just trying to put things together? We've checked everything online, etc. Our charity night, and we've ended up with 2 winners in the Super 6. So we said there'd only be 1 winner, and we would draw it. So we're going to draw it live on Facebook and all the social media. All schoolboys putting out there, and the 2 winners are an Alan Thompson and an Emma Wales. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. We've got phone numbers for both people. So Emma's going to be tails and Alan's going to be heads. And we're going to draw that now live on Facebook. Now, Emma tails, Alan heads. And I'll get told who the winner is ASAP. And you come all bear. 2 winners.
2 winners, there's some going on up, 2 winners. All the tickets, man, it's unbelievable. Well done to Emma and Alan anyway for being the 2 winners. Best of luck to both of them. Aye, fantastic effort, mate. I want a medal for explaining that to the mob I was with. Good grief. I thought it was we a troop of bamboos. It was unbelievable, man. See, try to explain. I was there for about an hour and a half explaining that to them. But well done to Emma. Well done to Alan.
And Emma won the call. Oh,
well done, Emma.
Okay.
Well done, Emma.
Emma was there. Okay. We'll get in contact with Emma tomorrow. I believe she was at the Doon Saturday. I don't know who she was with. All right. Emma won the selection of spirits. We'll get it there ASAP. Right. Okay. Right, where are we? Right. Long way to go before we get to... I'll go to Andy for Leeds and then Alex for Wishaw. A long way before we can start planning. We've got all these random internationals to get the way first, eh?
Yeah, well, that's your problem, isn't it? You know, as we're sitting here now, I mean, I thought I read tonight that Wales manager said that Ramsey's got a problem. So if that's the case, there's one there straight away. My worry is, I hope Jack don't play for Scotland. Do we play this week? Or are we done? Have we got a game?
Got enough friendly, I believe.
Right, well, we've got to get Jack through that game for me, because I think he's a must on Sunday, sorry.
I think they play Austria on Tuesday.
Right, okay, well, let's hope if he plays, we get him through, and he's good for Sunday, right enough. But like you say, just get all the internationals that we've got out there through, and then we can look at the team we've got, who's fit, who's not, and then we move forward. You know, slow build up in it Monday, but get to Tuesday morning, and before you know it, we'll be on the eve of the game, and hopefully we get what we need to do. I think the Old Firm games, I think when you get that, we sometimes get 15-20 minute spell. I always think of them all for that. When you get that spell, you have to score in that period. That goes a long way to settling the game. But you can play where they're all lawyers, and like they did in a couple of the games last season, or the one at the Navy game, and we ended up winning. So as long as we get one there and then, we'll take that. I'd like to see a few goals, but I'm not really bothered about that. Just level it up, and then we'll go forth there. Hopefully, big game, innit? Absolute massive, right enough. You start talking about it, you start getting excited, don't you?
And you come, Alex?
Absolutely. You only wait about Wednesday, and that'll, the time all the players come back for international duty, then I'll have a look at it from there. That'll be then back into some sort of training and that for the weekend coming. But I have no problems. And no matter what team we put out on Sunday and that, everybody knows what's at stake and that, so it'll be what it'll be, and the team will be up for it. I don't know what tactics and that, but I'm sure. I know one night will be a lot different from the last game we played there anyway. Well, definitely, Rangers will be up for a year with the crowd and that behind them. And I'm almost sure anyway, we'll get the result. And here's hope all the players that come back for international come back unscathed. We will tell you laugh when I was coming out the game on Saturday and that, so I'm going to the bus and all the young guys are all that with me. And they're saying, Alec, here's somebody here you need to meet. Says this, the guy's in television. He's in television. He says, I beat a reality television show. A guy called Bino. A guy called Bino, right? So they've had him in the Loudon, so you can imagine the nick the boy's in. So apparently the boy's agent had says, aye, all right, you take away, he's all right, he gets back on Sunday. So before you know it, he's on the bus going back to Wisher. So we've got a sash bash on Saturday night. So when I goes into the Orange Hall in Wisher, the guy's just in it. And he hasn't got a clue where he is, honest. And now the flute bonds on, and see the laugh with them up dancing in the flare of the full lot, man. And he's singing all the songs. Honestly, you couldn't make it up, man. And they were all taking photos, and it was going viral. Christ, it was funny.
I'm glad you mentioned it. So can we just also give a shout out to Derek Johnson and John McDonald, who took time out their busy schedules to join us. They were doing Saturday night. It was great to see them. I had a chat with both of them, and they were great company. And I think everybody that were there for a night out, a social night, they weren't there in their official capacity. And we thank them for taking the time to come and join us at Rangers Radio. And it was great to see Big Derek Johnson. And there was a couple who knew they were coming, but we kept it quiet because we wanted to hope in case something happened, especially at these COVID times, that they couldn't make it. But Skipper's face when Big Derek Johnson walked through the door had to be seen. It was fantastic to see the big man along with John McDonald. Albert?
Fantastic. It was good when we come now. Stevie shouting to me, do you want your photos taken? I would prefer Colin Steen, I must admit. But Big Derek was brand new. So I've got my photos taken. I didn't know it was John McDonald. I've never seen him.
Aye, and he was up on the stage speaking at the end, John, wasn't he? You don't remember that, Albert?
No, I do not. No.
At least he's honest, Andy.
Aye, as I remember John coming up about Derek Johnson with my ladies' night, because when we were young and that was our idol, right enough, so he signed that the programme for a line to Shelley, like, so he was over the moon with that as well. But I love Derek Johnson. I thought it was, after Steen, he was my man up the top there. John McDonald, I've met a couple of times before. They're a big mate of mine that stays in Scarborough. He's big pals with John McDonald, like. So that was a good that was a good surprise for me to see the two of them there, just sat in the corner, like. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Real player Derek Johnson was. Take him, like we said. He said, goals, he was on about his goals, and he said, you'd have scored more if you hadn't played at centre half. He said, maybe you're right, Andy. Maybe you're right, but what a gentleman. But like I said, I don't go and crowd round players much. Just went up and get an autograph for a couple of words and then get out of the road, don't you?
I forgot to say, but I forgot to say, I need to thank James for Tennessee for the fridge magnet. I forgot to thank him.
Yes, in fact, I forgot about that. Aye, James for Tennessee. He turned up.
If you're listening, James, thanks a lot.
Yeah, same here, James. I never got one, but thanks anyway.
Well done, that man.
He turned up. He went round the hall, spoke to most of the people involved in Rangers Radio, and then he sat and had a word with Albert, didn't he?
Aye, I sat with me for a wee while, aye. Nice man, really nice man.
I had a chat with him as well, right enough.
Did he get up and sing?
No, I asked him.
He's too tired, mate. He's too tired. He's telling me he's got 9 wains.
Up there and I'll go up and sing. Brilliant.
And you come, Andy?
I said, I asked him, I'll do a duet with you, like, and he said, no, you're all right, give me a French magnet and started off.
Andy, you're looking good as well.
Oh, brilliant. It was a lovely fella, right enough, though. But like you said, he went round everyone of them, but yeah, he was good. He didn't stay, though, did he? He went.
Oh, he must have been there for a couple of hours, mate. Well, I think so, a couple of hours.
Aye, at least aye. You enjoyed it.
You know, aye, so it was good.
Also, just...
Yes, Billy.
I got just when you're talking about Big Derek there, a wonderful memory to share with you for years and years ago. I remember the big man had the pub up in God's Country there, in the heart of Scotland, as they call it. And when Rangers won the League Cup, Super Ali scored a hat-trick, mind you, and they scored the 2 penalty kicks. Big Jock Wallace, God rest him, brought the League Cup through to God's Country, and we were all wee laddies then. And Big Derek was there, and all the players in that, and they brought the trophy through with the red, white, and blue ribbons on it, and it was absolutely fantastic when you're a wee boy, you're watching that, seeing your idols. You know what I mean? Big Jock Wallace there and all that with the cup, and they were all the players were there singing the Rangers songs and that. It was fantastic. I just thought I'd share that wee memory with you because it was cracking. So it was Big Derek, great big guy. So he is. I've never met John McDonald right enough. Fantastic wee football player and all. So he was scored a lot of goals and a lot of good goals in cup finals too. Against Dundee United and that away back there when the late great David Cooper was playing as well. But aye, Big Derek's a proper big Ranger, so he is. Fantastic, great big number 9. We should be playing on Sunday.
Derek Johnson's story, mate, it was a remarkable story at the start of his career. I'll go to Alec Wishaw, scoring a goal in a cup final as a 16-year-old boy. And within a few months of that, really in real terms, he's playing in a European final at a different position. And then he goes on to two spells as centre forward, the 76 and 78 season, where he's relatively unplayable, scoring goals for fun. Arguably, and I'll say arguably, but in my opinion, the greatest header of the ball I've ever seen.
Oh, do you mind he's the one against Wales?
Unbelievable. Yeah, I remember that.
You come out one at a time. Alex, we wish you, then we'll go to John.
You're right, Oxer. Unbelievable footballer. And he came in at 16 years of age, man. He scored that goal. And the night before, Wally Waddle then says to him, "That's it, you're playing, tell your parents." And that boy goes out to Hampden. You see the cross goes in. Out jumps Big McNeil and Craig the full lot. And the ball's in the pocket. And that was it. That was some of the national hero of the Rangers fans then. As you say, Cutliners Cup, centre half. That boy was unplayable where he played. And he played striker. The goals he scored was absolutely amazing. And that goal they're talking particularly against Wales, that was about 18 years out. And a header went in like a bullet. And he went to the World Cup and never get played. That was a big mistake, I know, for Ali McLeod, but that's another story. But what a fantastic player. And a young boy that was right into the Rangers team. A national hero. And I've seen the photos of him and John McDonald on Facebook and that, they're brilliant. And I've met Derek 2 or 3 times in that. Absolute gentleman. And John McDonald, used to see him playing, would you call it, the football with Duke Prague and that later on in years. They're all good Rangers lads, they boys, you know. Fantastic. And long may it last with the full lot of them. They're a credit every one of the guys.
Can I come in, Alex, there?
Yes, mate.
It was just to say to Alex, I saw the photos in the sort of WhatsApp group, like DJ. What a difference in the man! What a difference! And when I saw him maybe a couple of years ago when he was doing his job with that Radio Snide, he looked shocking. He looked shocking. Then he left there and went to get a job back with the Rangers. And really and truly, he's never looked back. Really, looks smashing. Really pleased with him. Really pleased with him.
Well said.
Could I come in there, Rox?
On you go, John. On you go, mate.
I would like to say one of the main reasons that I listen to this show is guys like Alec and Bridgeman. See the stories that these guys tell, through the heart, you know, that have been there and done it and seen it. It is priceless. Now, I've been going to see the Rangers for 35 years myself, but guys like yourself and Alec and Bridgeman and all the other guys that are on the show, the stories that they tell is what makes the show. That's what gives you the platform. It is fabulous. I'm taking my young boy to Braga. You know, never been abroad before.
Mm-hmm.
But the
what
stories
what age is he, John? What age is he?
He's 15 now.
All right, okay.
He's 15. That's my youngest.
Keep your eye on him.
My oldest boy, we went to Manchester. What the Rangers fans do is unbelievable. All you need to do is put a Rangers badge on something and you'll sell it. And
aye, well, that's some of the problems, mate, because no, the money goes to the club, you know.
No, I know it's no. I know, but us as fans and yourself, Ox, I love listening to the old stories that Bridgeman and Alec and the rest of the guys tell. It's beautiful. That's why I phone in and that's why I listen.
Cheers, mate. By the way, I'll just ask Bridgeman and Alec. They tell me that David Meikle John was some player.
I'm a dad says that. My father passed it on to me.
I'll be honest, Alec, he going to Braga, Alec?
I was going. I'm not too sure now what's happening, John. I'm not too sure. I was going to go on the day trip there. I don't know, £400. I'll wait and see. This one. But I'll tell you one, you'll enjoy it down there. You'll enjoy yourself in Porto.
Absolutely.
That's just next year. You'll enjoy it, son.
Oh, I know. I was hoping to meet you, Alec. I would like to meet you because you're a fucking gentleman, mate. Sorry, I apologise.
You come into Town Parks anytime, you'll meet me. You're on, what's your right?
I will, Alec. Because you're absolute.
Enjoy yourself.
I love your stories, mate. You're a clever guy, and you've been there and done it and seen it. And that's the type of guys I love listening to you, mate. I'm just like you. I'm just a Rangers supporter. Everyone, we're all the same.
No, you're a rich Rangers sports supporter. A rich Rangers supporter.
Aye. There you go. Brilliant, man. Fantastic show, everyone is.
Here, Bridge, can I ask you something? See your first race night, mate?
First what?
I'm sure. See the first race night you attended?
Billy, I need to think, mate. It wasn't a race night, mate, with horses. It was a chariot night.
A chariot night, aye.
The first one I was ridden by Ben Hart.
I'm sure he was sitting with Alan Morton that night, I'm sure.
No, it was way before that. Good that John taking his boy, everybody, great the boy's getting abroad and all that and build up his Rangers experience, because I'll go to Andy for Leeds and all that. It's all right. I mean, it's the young guys like myself. It's a lifeblood of this club going forward.
You know, like Alex just said there up at the game there, and all the lanes that you were saying, or the young guy, or the young team. You know, bear in mind, they're all going to be us down the line and taking it on for us. And that, honestly, that brought a tear to my eye. Watching them all come on their pack after it, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And that just tells you that we're in good hands with what's coming behind us. And while we're still here, we'll keep passing these stories down to them, and they'll make their own stories. And, you know, do the shows like us, obviously, hopefully, and everything's going to be good. We're never ever going to go anywhere too big. So, as you say, watching all the wins, that was good. Really, really, yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what we are.
We need them, mate, because it's important.
Aye.
And it's important. We can say what we like, but the club has to keep involving Alec and then Albert. And then Peter, Alec, then Peter, then Albert.
Absolutely, Oxford. It's a young... I just keep, what do you call it, having a shout-out for the young ones all together. The enthusiasm they've got for the club's unbelievable. And there's a wee debate again. I'm not wanting to go on it, but they're on about the tickets for the Old Firm game and that, you know. The young ones, they want a higher allocation for going there. And you listen to them, and I think to myself, I had the good times there and all. And that's a debate itself and all. Because these kids, they're blew right through, these kids, man. They're absolutely desperate. And they've had great success, these young boys, when you think about it. I've never really seen Rangers really winning much. And once it really does get in, this could be a really successful season for us here, Holton. And I'll tell you one thing, this is unbelievable how it's going to pan out if we can get over the hurdles here. And these kids will really know what it is to support the Gers. But never forget, they're putting their money in there every week. They're travelling away to the away games, and they're there in their numbers. The Union bears a full lot. And you've got to credit them because they're the lifeblood of the team. And I just love the banter with them. And you'll see it there on Sunday. They're all geared up the now. And that says we've got about another 5-6 days to go yet. And everybody's ready to go for this game on Sunday. Pub go to Bolton early, and they'll all be there and ready to get in there and get a result against Celtic.
It's the kids are all the young boys who are going to Andy with us. These kids they're going to have their families, and that's how the club evolves, mate. Andy.
Of course, it's been handed down from our fathers, grandfathers before that, and you know, I love to that. I just love to see, and everywhere I go, I tell them it's kind of for all the young guys. When I go around anywhere, like they're asking me the stories, and it's fascinated that you like, you know, and it's if you're passionate, they get the passion, and they get in there, and as Alex said there, they start winning trophies and building that big, you know, that fear factor that we had for that, you know, the 9 in a row and the trophies we won. And it will come round, it's cycles. We've had a few kicks lately, but we're coming back. Might not be as fast as we wanted, but if you look at it from where we've been, I think we've done well to where we are now. You know, we're sitting with a possibility of hitting the semi-final of Europe. The main one for me would be the league this year, I think. You know, that's just what I've been looking for all season, because I don't just want to win it and then not win it, you know, and do all that hard work for them to walk in. But like you say, that's another show. But like we've got, just watching them, it fascinated me, see them all run on there, and you know, and then they lose somebody on the channel, get off the park, I can go away, they're away wins, for Christ's sake, man, it's a charity game. So no, bring it forth. And, you know, they'll bring theirs. When they get to their age, they'll bring their wins in. So it's good. It's nice to see a lot of the... I mean, back in my day, there was ladies, but there wasn't as many. But it's like to see the young girls and all that. And they bring the future bears into the world, don't they? So let's have it. Come on, go forth.
Yeah. You know? With John Bernard, caller. Evening, caller.
Evening.
How are we doing,
How's it going, Trips? How's it going, Oxshire? Well, I'm glad you had a great night at the weekend. I was talking to Port Bear earlier on, probably tell you.
We've not seen him. The last time we seen him, he was about 2 miles for the sun. Is that right, Albert?
Right, mate, and he wasn't heading away for it.
Do you know, I think he looks for that beard and that, the Port Bear with the beard and that, he looks like Pathos out of the New Avengers. Same colour anyway, I know
that. He was in good form. Port Bear was in good form, and he enjoys getting on the ribbon because he takes it. He never stops laughing, that boy, I'll tell you that. He never stops laughing. Good boy.
I've taught him well.
He's a good boy.
No, I was just on about memories. Right? I've got quite a few over the years going to support the team. One I got with BJ and your Coop. Super Cooper was in Glasgow Central. And I can't imagine it was just after big Derek get married, because his wedding photo was in the window in the station. And I was up at Terry's getting a tattoo, and I happened to get the train back down the road, and I bumped into the two of them. And you were right, the two of them, you couldn't meet nicer people, gentlemen. And I stood there for must have been about 25 to half an hour, and all we talked about was like Fitba and Morton, and like doing, because he knew I came from Greenock, Morton and all that. And it was fantastic, man. And it's a memory that will stay in me for the rest of my life, you know what I mean? Brilliant. You know?
Well, I could say that about Port Bears Tan on Saturday night. That's a memory that will stay with me for the rest of my life.
You can't hide anywhere up here because it's too bright, you know.
Oh dear, he'll kill me when he gets his hands on me. But there's true old bear, innit?
Aye. Football's a good man. He's a good man. I was enjoying talking to him. I think he was enjoying talking to me because I'd slipped into garbage mode at that time. But aye. Aye, it was good. It was excellent, mate. I've not got any memories, mate. Most of my memories start off, "This is the truth, Your Honour."
Folks, this is no me, by the way. So when the judge sends his letter, this is for Fox. Fox is saying Port Bear got tangled.
To get back to what you were saying about the team on Sunday, I think Sakala could be your key to destroy them. If you're going to play Big Roof up front, I think Sakala will be the key to destroy them.
Oh, well, it'll be interesting. We're going to have all week to debate that, Tam. But you come back on and we'll start that ball rolling. How you would get the two in the team would be interesting debate. It would be a dangerous debate, Alec, wouldn't it?
It's going to be a dilemma there to get them, but it'll be interesting. And I'm sure, what do you call it, Van Bronckhorst will be planning just now.
Aye.
You wait to the turn all the players for international duty, but we've got a strong enough team to go out there and win Sunday, so I'll take care of it. So.
Here. Can Peter, in you come, Peter, give your thoughts, mate.
No, I just need 11 warriors on Sunday and win their personal battles, and then our technical ability will take over on Sunday, and then we'll put them in their place. That's basically all we need to do. But Rangers are going in, not either winning, but I think the real Rangers will turn up on Sunday and show up there what Rangers are about. But as you were saying about the young blood, the young fans coming through, it's great to see. But obviously the stories that Andy, Billy, you can all tell who've been it, seen it, and then they pass on the generations. That's what the club needs. Needs young blood coming through and then make new memories and pass it on. That's how the club survives as well.
Aye, true.
Here. Well, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. Can I thank Tam for coming on and joining us late? Of course, the one and only Alex for Wishaw and Peter for Fife, and my mate, Andy Felix.
Thanks a lot, Sir. Another wonderful show. Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Thanks for taking my call, and speak to you tomorrow night.
Oh, all right, Peter, no problem. Tam, thanks for coming in late on, mate.
Thanks for having us. As again, great show. Listen all the time. Never miss it.
Thanks very much, mate. And thanks to Billy, Allbear and Bridgeman. Billy.
Thanks very much, Ox, to your good self again. Thanks to Allbear, Bridgeman, for the panel tonight. It's been a cracking chat again, guys. Thoroughly enjoyed the show. Lot of great topics about legends and wee stories and talking about the young team, and it's all about educating our own. That's what it's all about. And let's look forward to Sunday, guys, and give us more of a battering, eh? On the Rangers.
Yeah, we are the people.
Well said.
Albert.
Aye, great night again, mate. Thanks for having me on. Great night on Saturday night as well. What I'd say to all the troops is keep your powder dry. It's no time to get the battle fever on you. Run about Friday. Don't get the nervous energy draining all your strength away. Friday, and then you build it up. Then we go to town. Then we go to show them what's what. Come on, the Rangers.
Can I just give a shout out to NASA? They're always supporting us on Twitter. The North American Rangers Supporters Association, always good to hear from you. And a special shout out to all my new mates in Coatbridge. Over to you, Bridge. Bridge? It's unusual for him to shut the show, innit? He's on mute.
No, listen, I'm talking to you. It's a wonderful show, absolutely brilliant. Thank you to yourself and, of course, Old Bear and Billy for being partners on this this show tonight. Really enjoyed it. I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here, on Rangers Radio, every single one is, Fever's getting up already. Fever's getting up already. I'm so looking again. I can't help myself. Hold me back, Mammy. Hold me back. Here we go. Keep it going for the Rangers, everybody. Because the Rangers need us, and we need them. Keep it going.
Well, thanks to all the callers. Thanks to Billy, Billy, Albert, and Bridgman for doing the show. Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. Unlucky to Alan T, who came second in the Super 6. And Emma Wales has won it, and we'll sort that out and get the prize speeding along. I've got a funny feeling it could be the Hamilton area, but thanks for listening. Stay safe, everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow night between 8 and 10 talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Old School Blue.
I sailed the wild Atlantic across the broad Pacific shore. I sailed around the stormy capes and I've heard the 40s roar. I've flied the Indian Ocean, I've sailed the China Sea, but there's a sea back home in Scotland more than all the rest to me.